rise one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio.
And here's your host, Miss Kim Robinson.
Do you have an upcoming event? Well, I encourage you to book Beyond Defense Family for an amazing experience. Beyond Defense is a talented group of men and women who have toured the world to display their talents of song and ministry. Did I forget to mention multi-award winners? They're your one-stop shop for making your event the best in the city. Book Beyond Defense today at beyonddefense.org. Click Menu, then Contact. Beyond Defense, your audience will thank you.
Beyond the fence.
Beyond the fence.
Beyond the fence.
Beyond the fence.
Benton. DB Juniors.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Truto. You know I got you. The Jewel.
Broski, you know I had to fly in on this one.
G. Will. You know what it is. You see coming like this, did you? The bigger they are, the harder they fall. My problem, God slaughtered them all, the harder I ball. Fighting like a scared cat, with her back against the wall. Slip, but I didn't fall. I adapted to the fall. Ignorance, I've been through it. That's why I don't want you to do it. I want to influence, since I already proved it. You can be fan of a Judas, come at the land of the ruin. Who are we fooling? What are we proving? What are we doing? What are we building? What are we giving to some of our children? Built a team, not just the industry thing. We do more than this rapper thing. Beyond the fence, the family tree with the queen. We choose to worship with the king. And we protect the women by any means, and our children on everything.
Coming through the years, I want my own fight, no life. Thinking everything is alright. Turn around and see my father in the light. Back in 03, that changed my whole life. Deceiving, one for the one mother believing. Don't put on the life I'm weeping. They say things happen for a reason. I'm believing, we're fleeing. Still opportunity life, I'm bleeding. I'm in the probation thinking. Choices in my life do need it. Same friends up and down, can't see it. In the back to the past, I leave it. I'm a dance of mind, I'm pleased with fresh reciprocal craftsman meeting. A bird of homies down in the heated. Said I'm a loser, I say that I'm meaning. I'm in the pin, I'm left with a cheater. That's fine, I'm was loyal still. Received but Colorado on still. Receive but never stops. And I know I keep preaching once I twice. I never will be this smooth the floor. I won't be defeated.
Swag so magnificent due to the omnipotent. Yes, you know it's heaven sent. Call me George Jefferson. I'm walking in your glory if I keep my eyes focusing. Never turn away from the one who first loved me, man. I go by G. Will. I'm in the building, man. Good looking on the head off the game, just advanced. My focus so clearly beyond 2020. Thanks to BDF, there's a new addition to the family.
What I got in my music, principle, purpose, so much that they use it. Bruise it, the proving, no way that I'm losing. Something I do, supposed to delusion. The BDF revolution. Wake up, ain't no more illusion. Concept to the union, we appreciate your contribution. Awaken us, sniff the time, define our bad it hurts. Conduct with metal, touch it, fire, bring it together for the better men. Bring it together, be better men. All of the people in children. Graduate old school veterans. Take over the nation, Taliban. Hold up the world with one hand. Choose to the vision, it's intense. Looking at what's beyond the fence.
We are beyond the fence. We are beyond the fence.
Woke with this one and I seen I've been drafted. Armor's been fitted and heavily crafted. Run to the battle through fire, I'll blast. I do this for real, pretend it's a strategy. Do this a classic. Read the back of the book, there's a test and I easily pass it. All the sacrifice of training, the blood and the tears when I laugh it. Yeah, I'm a cast. I wanna speed it up. The label say slow it down. I skip my medication, tripolars traveling the speed of sound. I'm lost and now I'm found. Love you on the way up and they hate you on the way down. And it's never about the setting, it's the jewels that's in your crown. Judge.
We are beyond the fence.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio. And you better be smiling.
Beyond the fence is in the building.
Hey. Welcome.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to another beautiful night right here on Beyond the Ready Show. This is your main man, David Benton, and I am in the building. And you know what? I'm smiling. That's right. And shout out to the Elation family. We love you. We love you. We love you. We sending kisses and hugs your way. Man, shout out to everyone who is surviving in this coronavirus and keeping yourself washed, clean, sanitized, keeping your 6 feet apart, and just being obedient and doing the right thing. So shout out to y'all because, yes, you definitely deserve a hand clap. Shout out to God. Thank you for another week right here on Beyond the Radio. Man, we got a wonderful show for y'all tonight. Yes, we do. We're going to have fun. Yes, we are. Oh, man, I'm going to look, my week has been so great today. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I ain't going to do that shit. Jerry Truto Allen, are you in the building?
I'm in the building. What's up, y'all? How everybody doing? Yeah.
What's going on, my brother? Man, how has your week been, bro?
Man, my weekend was wonderful, man. We had a community, man, just a community barbecue, man. I went and DJ, played some music for the kids. I mean, it was just wonderful. Man, it was just wonderful, man. The kids had a great time, parents, and it was just so peaceful and love and all through the place. It was lovely. Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what, man, and shout out to you, Truto, for that, because, man, I know how you are, especially when it comes to kids and young people, man, because you are a heck of a father, man. So I can just imagine how I know them children is gravitating towards you, too, bro, because that's just who you are as a person, man. So I want to say shout out to you for that. And I want to tell you about what I did, man. Today I went out, man, and, you know, it was a winery. It was a bistro, and it was for a lady who runs for Senate. And, you know, I was there with her. I was invited out there with her, man. They had, like, jazz music. It was live. I was like, oh, man, this would have been so nice if I wish my favorite person was here. You feel me? Hey, and it was just a nice, elegant situation, man. It was beautiful, man. It was a nice turnout, and that's what it's about, man. Always being productive and staying positive, man, just growing. So, you know, the lady, man, so I just had a wonderful time today doing that, man. So shout out to Beyond the Fence, you know what I'm saying, because I did represent, you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, man. But, and y'all keep Shay. She won't be with us tonight, Shay Samuels. You know, she's usually in the building, man, but you know what, man, the woman, the guy got a lot on her plate. She got a lot to do. And, look, I don't care who you are. Even God needed to rest. You know what I'm saying? He decided to rest. You know what I'm saying? So we all need resting time, especially when you're going. You just need that time to rest. So shout out to Shay Samuels. Shay, we love you.
We love you.
We appreciate you. Yeah, so shout out to Shay Samuels, for real. Like, really. Yeah. So, man, you know, I'm going to just get to it, man. I'm going to just our guest, you know, he ain't new. You know what I'm saying? This is my man. There's a brother who's been consistent at what he do. You know, so I just want to, you know, I'm a...
open. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Jesus, little brother. Jesus, little brother.
How you doing? Minister Benton, how you doing?
How you doing, Jesus, little brother? What's going on, bro?
Oh, man, look here. I've been waiting on tonight. You know, I got the news that about the guest that was going to be here now. I've been waiting. Okay. I need to be the one to introduce him because I talk to him.
You want to introduce the guest, Jesus, little brother?
I've got to introduce the guest. I've been waiting on this moment. It's my time. It's my season.
All right. If it's your time and your season, Jesus, little brother, introduce the guest.
Yes. The new artist profile currently airs on more than 20 stations across the U.S. and abroad, educating and promoting new artists. C-Stage Radio, music director at WAAW South 94.7 FM in Aiken, South Carolina. Minister Tony D. Frazier is in the house, y'all. Hey, how you doing, brother? Yeah. How you doing?
Jesus, little brother, that made me laugh.
Yes. Well, I ain't done with you yet. I got a little bit of a beef with you right fast, Tony, before we get started. Now, I sent you my song a long time ago. It's called Amazing Grace. All right? Now, I wrote this song a long time ago for my daddy. Now, you know, I got to fighting with Lucifer up there in heaven. And I had to kind of beat him up a little bit. He tried to steal my song. So Dad seen how tough it was. He wanted to bring me down to save the world. But I told him, I said, well, my older brother, Jesus, he the heir. So how about you send him there? Because he kind of told me about the cross, all the pain that was going to happen on the cross. Now, I can't sing with no nails in my hands. So I said, since Lucifer gone, I'm going to take over the choir and let my big brother Jesus save the world. Now, what upset me is I done sent you this song. 200 people done covered my song, Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. And I ain't seen me on the chart and got no voices or nothing, Tony D. Excuse me, Minister Tony D. How could you do me like that? No,
see, what happened was... I'm sorry, Jesus, little brother. I'll do better next time, man. I promise you.
All right, Tony. You got to do that. You almost cry. You almost made me cry.
I just want to. I don't understand how Jesus, little brother, just sit up there and said he the one kicked Lucifer out of heaven. Now, the Revelation clearly says that Michael, the archangel, kicked Lucifer out of heaven.
Man, look here. I told y'all, Michael was scared. Michael ran. I'm the one that took care of that. I took care of that.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, boy, they be hating on me.
You little brother, you give me a headache.
Now look, Truto, don't you stop. Did you want that?
Jesus, little brother, look, we love you, brother, but we have a guest tonight. You got to go, brother.
Well, I just want to speak for peace. I just want to speak for peace.
Yeah, you got to go. You give me a headache.
Truto, well, I love y'all. God bless all of y'all. Tony D, I'm going to be looking for you now. All right, God, Daddy bless you. Amen.
Amen, brother. Man, Tony D, look, man, we started, man. You know, Jesus, little brother, we just never know when he going to pop in, brother. You know, he just going to pop in and he just do what he do because, you know, we always say, you know, the doors of the church is open. And for real, so I don't, you know, hey, man, you know, so forgive us, brother. You know what I'm saying? For the way he just charged in, you know. I mean, Truto,
right.
Come on, man. Help me on the apology, man. Right. Help me on the apology, Truto.
Hey, I'm sorry, Tony. Please don't hold us accountable for that. We had nothing to do with that. Man.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. He must think he like his big brother. See, his big brother could come in, you know, unannounced whenever he wants to. So he might think he got that flow. So I give him a little slack. It's all good.
Yeah, man. So you know, he did say he gonna get at you about his song that he invented, Amazing Grace, brother. So you might want to spin it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. I don't want him to come at you, Tony. We love you, Tony D. I mean, I got love for you, brother. And I'm just saying I wouldn't want no part of it.
Yeah, no I'm gonna make sure I go back and listen to it. I don't want no lightning hit me. He might have that little bootleg lightning since he's Jesus' little brother.
Yeah, he might have that counterfeit lightning.
Right. Oh man, we're gonna get right to it, man. Look, Tony D, man, we appreciate you coming out to the show, bro, man. You're not no strangers to the show, man. You know, no. Straight up, man. Yeah, man. But when it comes to music, man, you've been doing music. You've been in the music business a long time, man. And we just want to have some fun with you, man. I think it's important for us, you know what I'm saying, as artists and entertainers. People got to understand, man, you know, even the greatest entrepreneur, you want to call them, the most prestigious person, have a personality. And people love great personalities, man. And Tony D, to be honest, man, I've been around you, bro, and you got a great personality, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have fun with you tonight, bro. So why don't I just get straight to it? Since you've been in the entertainment business so long, man, you know, I understand you play music, you sing, you rap. I mean, brother, do you have any bars from back in the day? Just a couple of bars, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Now, back in the day, I might have went to a couple of bars, but I don't know if I have any bars. Like, I'm going to leave the rapping to the folk that can rap, like David Benton and Truto and G. Will. Like, I try to rap a little bit, but ain't nothing I want to give you all that embarrass myself tonight. But, yeah, I'm a musician. I'm a bass player, and I've been playing bass since I was 10. So, yeah, that's my thing. You give me a bass guitar, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Man, what inspired you to start doing bass, bro? Like, for real, like bass. You know what I'm saying? Like, what inspired you? 10? That's awesome, man.
So what happened was I saw my cousin was playing in the quartet group back in the day. I can't stand quartet music, but my cousin, he was killing the bass. And so I just got interested in the bass guitar. And then when I got a little older, I realized that the girls like bass players. So, you know, I just gravitated to it, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it became a part of who I am. I really loved it. I love the instrument. I love it. It's a part of percussion, the drums and the bass lot. Keeps that rhythm. And so, man, that's my heart, man. Like I said, I've been doing it for a long time, and it's that's my wife. I have 3 wives. I have my wife Annette, and I got my 2 basses. So, yeah, that's my thing, man.
I see.
Right. Hey, Tony D. So have your wife ever said, "I bet you if I was that bass guitar, you wouldn't be acting like that"?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Hey,
yeah.
Oh man, I promise y'all, man. I was in college, man. I had a girlfriend in college, and I'm so serious, man. Like, and by me, I was a basketball player, and I was on scholarship, and I started, and that's what she said to me, man. She got mad at me one day. She said, "I guarantee you, man." She said, "If I was a basketball, me and you had the best relationship ever," because I was so dedicated to basketball, man. And so, oh man. So yeah, bro, that is awesome, Truto. I know how you are. Go ahead, Truto, because you are a producer yourself. So go ahead,
man.
Truto.
I've got to ask you, man. Listen, when you're listening for a sound, you know, a certain sound. When you're listening for a certain sound, what really leads you to know that it's something that's really going to catch the ear of what's going on right now?
Well, I mean, production is big. I'm not a producer. I don't do what you guys do, but I know when a song is produced well. I know when it's the instrumentation is good, whether it be beats, if you're going to be rapping, or if it's a band, if you're going to be singing or something like that. I know when the music sounds good. I know when it's mixed right. I know when all the levels are right. So that's one of the things. Being in radio, you got to know what's going to sound good over the airwaves, whether it be terrestrial or internet. You got to sound good. So and then it's got to be something that's going to be timely for the market that you're putting your music out to. So for instance, for you guys do inspirational hip hop. So, you know, it's got to be timely for the market that you're trying to reach out to. You know, so if you're doing quartet, it's got to be timely for that market. You know, so I look at it in that light, and if it's produced well and it's got a good message, and folks can sing, because people give me music all the time and they can't sing, but they think they can sing, and I got to be the one to tell them they can't sing. You know, and I might have to have Jesus' little brother come and tell them, you know, it's like you can't sing.
Right.
You know, but yeah. So
you know what, Tony? You kind of hit me on the second question I was finna hit you with. I was finna say after that, what is how do you deal with that? You know, because I know you've heard so many good, and you've heard a whole lot of bad as well. How do you deal with relaying that message over to other artists?
Man, I was raised up in a truthful house. My mom didn't pull any punches. She told me the truth like it is, T-I-is. And so, you know, whether or not I like to hear it or not, you know what I'm saying? So if I was playing the bass bad on Sunday morning and we got in the car, she was like, yo, Anthony, you ain't sound good today. You need to go back home and practice. You ain't gonna make me look bad, you know. So I believe in telling the truth. Now I'm not gonna crush people's feelings because I understand that whether the music is good or bad, a lot of times they invested a lot into that music, whether it be blood and sweat and tears. I hear David talk about blood, sweat, and tears a lot. Whether that happens. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna be cautious and try to hold their feelings, but I got to tell them the truth because at the end of the day, whether I'm programming music for C Stage or whether I'm programming music for WAW, we got to retain listeners. And if your music is whack, it's not going to retain listeners. So I got to I got to tell them, I got to be honest with them because I'd rather be honest and give it to them straight and then give them constructive criticism on how they can get better if they will receive it than to just tell them, oh, yeah, it's good, and they think they're good when they're really not,
Right. Because I was going to say, your mama like my mama. Just truthful. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, yeah.
And Tony D, man, I'm aware of the award show. Man, tell us about the award show from last night. Talk to us.
Now.
From last night, well, I'm big shout out to my business partner, Timberland Atkins, man. Timberland Atkins brought home an award in 2 categories, PR of the year and management team of the year for Tag Entertainment. So I'm going to give her a big shout out, man, because she works hard representing me and helping me organize my business and things of that nature. So, yeah, man, big shout out to Tim. She did a thing, and this is the second year consecutive that she's won the Praise Factor Award. So I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her. It wasn't my name call, but I feel like it's my name call because we work together. So, yeah, I was happy. I'm happy for her.
And you know what? That's why it was really important, man. Because when it comes to family, bro, that's just how we are, man. Me, T-Will, Truto, Shay. I don't care what it is. There's been plenty of times, man. And this is so real. Shay donated to organization. But she did it on behalf of Beyond the Fence. And to be honest, I didn't have nothing to do with that. Truto didn't have nothing or G-Will or the other cast members. But you know what? She still did it, and she represented everyone. So when you have a partnership, man, you just say, you know what it is, what's over there is mine, and what's over here is theirs, and collectively as a family, man, this is how we juggle and put it together. And that's just really good economics. It's good family, to be family-oriented. So that's really what it's based on, man. So let's get to the radio, man, because that's really what you're about. And, man, I've been checking you out on the radio, bro, and it's just you really are awesome at what you do. When it comes to DJ, just being a DJ on the radio, what made you first? Because you, like you said, you started out playing the bass. I heard you rap before. I heard some songs you did. You were singing. You had a CD out or a single out, right? You had that. So it's like just transitioning. Now, just being in the music business, what made you say, you know what, I really just want to do radio, though? What made you say, I'm going to be a DJ?
Well, I used to, before I, gave my life over to Christ and started trying to live halfway decent, I used to DJ in the club. So I was always hyping up the crowd, talking, getting people moving, getting them off the seats onto the dance floor. But I always had the church background because I was raised in the church, and I always loved gospel music. So, I started DJing and making mixtapes, and I would make the mixtapes or mix CDs, whatever you want to call them, and I would be talking on them. I would introduce the songs, and I would give them to people, say, hey, listen to this. And everybody's like, yo, you on the radio? I was like, nah, and they was like, you need to be. So to make the long story short, I heard one of the on-air personalities in the barbershop one time, and I went over to him, asked him, said, I want to intern at the radio station. He said, you got any experience? I was like, nah. So he gave me an opportunity, and then it kind of grew and blossomed from there. I tell people anytime, man, God gives us all gifts from birth. I used to get in trouble for talking all the time in school. I got so many whoopings for running my mouth. Dallas talk too much. Dallas talk too much. Dallas talk too much. But now this is what I do for a living. I run my mouth on the radio. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just kind of happened that way. It was God's plan all along. I'm just walking out the steps of what He already ordered for me to do. So, man, I love what I do, man. I love being able to be the ear to the listening audience here in Augusta, Georgia. To be able to play great music such as you guys, such as other artists that I play, introducing new music to the listening audience, and just being somebody who has the mic to be able to share information, you know, especially in this day and time. I talk a lot about voting on the radio. I'll talk about, you know, a lot what's going on with the racial injustice and stuff like that. So, man, it's a platform that I'm excited about, and I'm really just walking out the plan that God had for me already intended.
Man, that's awesome, bro. Before you say that, one more thing, man. What would you say? Like, because I like what you said about that. What you use your platform. You use your platform to help people become better versions of themselves. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people don't understand that being a DJ, it has a lot of responsibilities because, like you said, you talk on it and it can inspire and it helps someone. You know what I'm saying? You give nuggets. So it's a responsibility that you have as well. So a new a guy that says, you know what, I want to start my own radio show or station, or I'm inspired to DJ. What would you say to them, you know what I'm saying, one who might be inspired by you but don't know the work you put in? What would you say to that young DJ who's inspired by you to come in? What would you say to him before he even start DJing?
Well, I would first ask them if they really are, if this is really what they want to do, because it's like anything that you see. Like I might look at you, David, and your videos, and listen to you know, your music. And I'm like, man, I want to rap like David, man. I want to be in the videos like David, you know. But I don't know what it all goes behind the scenes. You in the studio and you writing songs and you scratching out the scratch pad. Nah, that ain't it. And writing down some more lyrics and then, you know, going to the video thing and talking. I don't know all that. All I see is the end result of the dope music and the dope videos you get. So I will flip it and say somebody coming up like, yo, you know, you might hear me on the radio and think it's cool. It's easy, but it's a lot of work. You know, I take speech classes. You know, I have to stay on top of current news, current affairs. I have to know the hottest music, independent and national. It's a lot of work. I don't go to sleep sometimes till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, you know, preparing for what I do on the radio. So you got to, you know, have a call to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's not always glamorous. You know what I'm saying? So and you gotta stay true to yourself. One thing I remember my mentor telling me, his name was Harry Hughes, and he would just leave me on the radio to go do something else, and I would be trying to sound like him. And one day he came back and said, look, you need to be the best version of Dallas. And so I just started becoming, that's how Tony D came into play. I just like, yo, I'm going to just be me on the radio. So I would be like, yo, this is your boy Tony D. Yo, what up? You know, I'm going to be me on the radio. So you got to be the best version of you. And if you do that, then if they do that, then I think they'll have a good place on, you know, on being on the radio. I want to give a shout out to you real quick, David. I know we got to move on, but I want to shout out my man Javante Neal. He is my co-host on the New Artist Profile. This young brother interned with me. He graduated from college, South Carolina State, with a degree in communication, and he's been with me for a long time, holding me down. So shout out to him. Shout out to my boss, Dynamo Westby at WAAW, and shout out to Timberland, man. And Timberland Atkins assists me and is co-CEO of C-Stage, and my man DJ 180, Brian Williams. He's the program director at C-Stage. And without those names, man, I really wouldn't be able to be where I am today.
Man,
no doubt.
That was awesome. That touched my heart, Tony D. Boy, that was good. Shout out to everybody he said, y'all. Shout out to Tony D. Now, that was all right. Because y'all know what time it is. It's time to go to some music. Where the music can, where the music can, where the music can.
Everything they do is in-house.
In-house music group.
Oh, yeah, we preaching this evening. Everybody is shining and glistening. We're screaming while demons are whistling. Nobody is paying attention. We're preaching, nobody is listening. These judges ain't giving no bail. Building church houses in jail. Send you away for years, like on bread, molded and stale. Preaching, this is how they react. Nourish the scum like rats. The crumb from the table feed cats. And that is a natural fact. Young people strapped with them gats. They'll block 13 over back. The fact the gone ain't coming back. So represent with the tax. You rather do wrong than right. Obedience is better than sacrifice. Drop in the dark, look for the light. He's the way, the truth, and the light. There's too much heat on the street. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? Dreams are grand, are living in anger. Some victims are innocent, pay the cost. Kill and pray to be the boss. I'm praying for families who had a loss. Because of your ignorance, people are sad. Grieving bereaved, the moms and dads, sisters and brothers, uncles and nieces. Weapons destroy, rip bodies to pieces. Forgiveness you want, worse than we should. Chose to do bad, you could have did good. After the fact, you humble yourself. Before a minute where even is 12. Vengeance is mine, thus said the Lord. Struggle your tools, you rabbit your boys. It's all of your set, but now you regret your actions and lives. They ended in death. There's too much heat on the street. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that word? There's too much heat on the streets. Not enough people in charge. My homie is covered in dirt. Now tell me what good is that shirt?
Truto, what's up, DB? I think we're gonna make them swag it out to this one. Yeah. They gonna dance to this. Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Give me some love. Give me respect. Give me my God. Give me some space. Give me your blessing. Dance like you holy. Give me some love. Give me respect. Give me my God. Give me some space. Give me your blessing. Dance like you holy. You say you're real with it, so real with it. Then you make your big gun chillin' it. Cause the dick is you don't know who you dealing with. Show me some respect, cause I ain't cleaning with the silliness. Surrounded by the fake, you don't really get. Never compromise for some dividends. I did it before, but I never will again. Asking God for the forgiveness for my sins. I'm a child of the king, yes, I'm a child of the king. The devil can shatter my dreams, good ground is where I'm a seed, yeah. I got plenty muscle, grinding and easy hustle. Been in the struggle, been in the dungeon, but only a chief for the lunches. Homie, the road with the punches. All people perish for the lack of knowledge. Why you think we are trying to violence? College, it ain't for everybody. Some intelligence, stack your wallet. I've been real, told you, I'm cold like a windshield. Roll like a big wheel, spinning like windmills, and we will. Give me some love, give me respect. Give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect. Give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy.
Everything they do is in
love. You see clothes and I can see the pose. I told you. They act so holy, act like they don't know me. Mess up my energy, offensive, religiously, unevenly yoked. They don't mix with my chemistry. You're a prophet out of pocket, speaking in riddles all off topic. Playing in starships and rockets, spinning the word bicycle sprocket. What is opposite, heaven or hell? So what I dwell will I prevail. It's designed to get it close, I am a saved by the bell. Purposely ordained to carry the day. Baptized in the joy and pain, not a slave, turning the pain. Toss a car, breaking the tape. Chop it out like I get to it, ain't easy being true to all let go. Feel the room, now I'm attacking all of these. Till I can see, I think it's all needed. Like an opinion, give me a minute. Everything good come from God. So I order off the
to me, you bob my head like the baby. Ain't no ifs, ands, or maybe. Keep on walking in the light while the rest be so shady. They can love me or hate me, the blood is thicker than gravy. Two on the word, better take daily. Shocking, amazing grace covers the room, ready, set, boom. He ain't dead, you heard what I said, the living bread, go check the tune. The bridegroom's returning soon, damn.
Give me some love, give me respect, give me respect. Give me my God, give me some space, and give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy. Give me some love, give me respect, give me my God, give me some space, give me your blessing. Dance like you holy, dance like you holy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Beyond the Radio.
Welcome to Beyond the Radio, and you better be smiling.
Beyond the fences in the building.
Hey, I'm back, yeah, back. Welcome to the second half of Beyond the Radio. It's your main man, David Benton. I'm still in the building. We got Truto, he's in the building, and we got our awesome guest, Tony D. And we want to right now, Truto, please, to our sponsors.
Yes, tonight's shows, our sponsors for tonight's show, Test Hair Braiding, 5910 Kirkwood Highway, Wilmington, Delaware. We got Soul Sisters Naturals, Facebook Soul Sisters Naturals for your body oils and your hair products. We have graphic designs by Jerry Truto Allen, yours truly, at www.beyondthefence.org, and Paula G. Voice. If you're looking for a voiceover, call Paula G. Connect with her on Facebook at Paula G. Voice, or connect on her website at paulagvoice.com. We love y'all sponsors, and thank you all.
Thank you. Yeah. Man, you know, we back to our second half. Tony D, man, we gonna continue with this segment, and Truto got a topic tonight, man, and you know how we do it on this show. So, Truto, will you introduce this topic?
Yes.
I know Tony D will be able to relate to this because him being into this industry, being into radio. Matter of fact, go ahead and say that. Go ahead and tell everyone your topic. Tell us your topic.
How do we be patient and wait on the right season?
Couldn't say it again.
How do we be patient and wait on the right season?
Now, Tony D, how many times have artists come to you and they feel that they just going, man, this is the song. I'm going to blow up tomorrow. When this is a hit, this is the one that's going to be bigger than Thriller. This is it. Tony D, how many times have you heard that? And when you answer that, what did you do to inspire them? Because I know that can be hard because it takes patience.
Well, yeah. So everybody's song is gonna be the next hit. I mean, everybody. And I really get turned off that because everybody tells me, oh yeah, this song is gonna be this song is gonna be that, and when it doesn't happen so fast, then a lot of times the artists come to me disappointed and doubting that they should even be doing the music in the first place. And my response to them is, if you're doubting that whether or not you should be doing the music in the first place because it may not be the national response to your music or the regional response to your music is not happening as fast as you thought it to, then you're in this industry for the wrong reason in the first place. Because regardless of awards, regardless of getting your music on the charts, you're writing your music and you're singing your music, you're performing your music so that somebody's life can be changed. So that somebody can put the gun down that might be getting ready to shoot themselves in the head. They could put the drugs down. That can treat their family better. That that would don't know Christ would come to Christ. So you can't be expecting anything to happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? You got to be patient. You got to work hard at it, and there is a season for everything. The scripture talks about that, and even David, your business partner Shay has a song entitled "Seasons." You know, there's a time and a season for everything. So you just got to be patient, put in the work, produce a good song, or produce a good message, or produce a good ministry, or produce a good whatever, and then let God manifest that thing to the time that it's supposed to develop and flourish.
Amen. Right. Amen. Right.
You know, I came
up. Yeah, pick up, brother.
Yeah, I can pick up on that. You know, a lot of people don't understand. You know, at DDF, you know, we're very close. We're really like family. But people don't understand behind the scenes with BDF. You know, a lot of times, you know, I can write a song. You know, I stay busy, write a song, do a track, and I be like, "Hey, David, here it is. Got something for you." And a lot of times, it's really not that the song is not good. It just ain't the right time for it. And you know, a lot of times, you know, we go back to the drawing board so many times. You know, and I can understand that. I know how some people get so discouraged with that, but I did songs. You know, me and Mr. Benton, we talk about it all the time. There's songs that I have done that has been like I've done it 2-3 years ago, right, Tony D? And it's like, okay, I wanted to put that song out right then at that time, and I did it, but I didn't. We left it to the side. It's a good song, Truto, but just not right now. It's not the timing. And then to come 3 to 4 to 5 years later, and it's like, hey, man, you remember that song? I'm like, yeah, you still got it. Yeah, of course. Okay, let's bring that back up. You know what? The time for it is right now. And when you wait on the right season, it manifests better. It has more impact. It's more powerful at the time. And when you're doing things like that and you're working, you've got to understand that's what makes it stronger, what makes it more powerful. You know, even for Beyond the Radio, you know, we could sit and talk and say, Minister Benton, I got this topic, bro. I got this topic, and I think this is going to be the perfect one for the night. Well, you know, that one's it's a good topic. It's a good topic. But you two, let's talk about this right here. You know what? That sells better for the timing right now and for the season. And this is what is needed to be said. So we have to be acceptable to that, to understand the timing and the season. For when it's not always, like I tell artists, it's not always that the song is not good. It's not that the song is not well put together. It's just not the time for that song to be put out yet.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because here recently, and I didn't mean to cut you off, David. I apologize. I just got this thought. I've been interviewing a lot of artists. I've been interviewing a lot of artists, and they've all said just what Truto said, especially in this season of what we're going through since March up until now. They're saying, you know, I've been asking them, man, your music is so timely, and the message is so for right now, what we're going through, whether it be the pandemic or the racial injustice and all of what's going on. And so many of them have said, you know what, I wrote this song 4 years ago, or I wrote this song 3 years ago, or I wrote this song 10 years ago. One artist, Ernest Pugh, told me he wrote his song 10 years ago and sat on it until recently. So you know, there is a specific time and season for certain things to come out, and only God knows, you know, why that is. But let me tell you something that that Timlin and I always talk to artists about, is that you cannot rush music coming out, because just for that particular purpose. You know, I have a song right now And I'm not trying to be an artist like you guys, but I have a song right now that God will not allow me to put out. It's a great song. It's got a good message. You know, I did the music. I played the bass. I got one of my dear friends that locally here to sing on it, but he has not told me to release it yet. And I want to because it's dope, you know, but I just got to wait on him to tell me, okay, this is the time for this message to go out to the public. So I'm following what you're saying, Truto. That's really good.
Yeah, and you know what? When it comes to, we talk about being patient, going through the season, right? We're waiting on that season. So we have to realize, like, when it comes to being patient, what is patience in the Bible? Long suffering, right? So if it's long suffering, understand that it's just not going to always feel good waiting. Why? Because especially in 2020, this is a microwave life. Everybody want it now. Everybody snap. You know, what's that little show that's come on, Bewitched? Where she just snap her fingers and everything just pop in like bling. Like, ooh, I wish I could do that. You know, just snap your fingers and what's the other lady? She used to wiggle her nose or something. All type of stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? I dream of Genie. See, that's the thing. That's what today. And it's like when it comes to the long suffering, me doing 13 years in federal prison, I had to do it. You had to come to a time to say, you know what? I can't focus on what happened. I got to focus on where I'm going. And I remember, I say this all the time because it's so true. When my cellie, he had life in 30, and he told me to prepare for home. See, now while I'm preparing for home, he said, man, are you just going to exist inside of here or are you going to live? Because he said, you can live. You actually can live. He said, don't just exist, man. Have a purpose. Live. Do what you got to do because you know that you about to go beyond your fence. See? So that's why I call it beyond the fence. So when it comes to this long suffering, this patience that we must obtain, we have to realize the best tool to having this, what we want, that peace within when it comes to that long suffering, when you're going through it, when you're waiting on that season, it's not as simple as I'm saying it. The consistency of striving to continue to do it is what's important, and that's it, to remain focused. See? When you focused on your purpose, when you focused on what you have to do, even though, yes, it can get frustrating, there's going to be bumps in the road, you're going to get some bruises, you're going to cry sometimes, you're going to get angry sometimes. But when it comes to being patient, you got to focus on where you can go. And when you focus on where you can go, man, just like when you work out, Tony D, when you work out, man, and you pumping the muscles, you tear your muscles down. You tear your muscles down. That's why you be so sore the next day. And the only reason why they're sore because you tore them literally, and now it's reconstructing. See, that's how God works. See, now God doing God's job. You're reconstructing, and when you reconstruct, it comes back and you're stronger. Body here, you eat your protein, and you're doing the right things. It's the same thing in our spiritual life. When we continue to focus on the spiritual exercise that we have, because we said, okay, I'm led by God. I'm led by God. I'm made in His image. I'm made in His likeness. When you understand you have those attributes and that quality of God because He gave it to you, you have a right to choose. We can't always say, well, the devil did this and God ain't doing this. We have the ability, and God gave us the control to mold and shape our lives because we know what we're supposed to do and what not to do. That's when you put yourself around those positive people, put yourself around like-minded people to understand that it's a journey. You know, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So when we stay focused, purpose, then when that season comes, just like you were saying, Truto. Now here's the beauty of it. you'll present a song. You say this is not the right song right now, right? But here's the thing. You might just make another song that fits for right now. Just make a new song. Let me tell you why. Because God, we're made in His image and His likeness. So you're being creative. So you're able to create nothing and turn it into something. And see, that spirit is from your mind. Because we don't know what's in your mind until you either put it on paper, on your phone, or when you put it on that record. That's when it manifests. So while we're waiting, while we're being patient, people's problem is they stop being productive. They stop being focused. And when you lose your focus, you ain't going to have no productivity, right? So that's why it's important for us to stay prayed up. You see, when you pray, stop talking so much. Be quiet after you done talked to God for 3 hours. Now be quiet. Meditate. Allow God to speak to you. See? Because you talk to God, now you can't be selfish. You got to receive information. Sit, be quiet, be still. Because Jesus already said it in the word. He said, peace, be still. Because it was chaos. So when the chaos around and we wait for that season, we feel it's not coming fast enough. That's when we got to stay focused. Peace, be still. And when that season comes, you're going to know because you didn't stop working. You didn't stop being consistent. It takes consistency. It takes your work ethic as well. So you got to put in the work because if you stop putting in the work, you will never reach it. You'll never know what season it is for you because nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Is that kind of along them lines, Truto? You want to expound on that, Truto?
Yeah, I feel that, I've heard a lot of people say things like this and say this. That thin line between something being good and being great. And a lot of times it really comes with that patience. You can have something good and rush it. I'll say it as a young man, patience I wasn't born with, y'all. All right, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was born with it. No, I wasn't. I was not born with patience. And over the years of my maturity and growing up, I learned so much about patience. And when I really take time to wait on the right season and be patient and endure that long suffering, has always turned out great. The success rate has always been great for Truto when I took time and had patience and waited on the season instead of the times where I looked at myself and I had done some good things, but I rushed it. It just wasn't the right time. It didn't do what I felt it was going to do. We was talking about it earlier, I'm like, when I was younger, I was the same way. Oh, man, this is a hit. Oh, wow, this is going there. And boom, I drop it, and it's like, well, Truto, that was pretty good. That was very good, sir. That was very good. But, right now, that's not really, people don't really need to hear that right now, and they just really didn't levitate to it. To now getting older, to having a lot more maturity and growing up and showing a lot of more growth, that I understand now that, okay, this is good, but let me wait on this season. Let me get this confirmation that it's time for me to put this out here and get ready to put it out. And it ended up being, great. And, patience is really a good virtue. And like you said, deal with the long suffering. It tears you down to build you up stronger. And it becomes more impactful. It really does. It becomes more impactful. I look at it as a main part of a structure of success. I really do. I really come a long way to understand that.
Yes, because at the end of the day, man, don't nobody want to suffer long. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be realistic. Don't nobody want to go through suffering. But through suffering, we endure it. Why do we endure? Because we learn from the mistakes we made, right? Like, if I didn't go through what I went through with the incarceration, man, I wouldn't be who I am today because I have a history that I don't want to repeat. But I suffered through it, right? Now that, see, we all have our fences that we don't went beyond, man. We all have our fences that we don't went beyond. So that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. Once we have overcome, now we are who we are today. It's like, you know what? We know that it's some things. The thing about a season is a season keep going. It ain't summer forever, man. It's not winter forever. You know what I'm saying? Especially not here where we at. You know what I'm saying? It changed 4 times a year. So it keeps going. So even though you might overcome something, guess what? It's going to be another obstacle. And then when you overcome that, well, guess what? It's going to be another obstacle. Because as long as you're trying to elevate and be a better version of yourself every day and always try to get better and better and better and better and never settle, then it's always going to be something in your way because you're going to always keep striving. You know what I'm saying? But that takes steps. It takes action. It takes work. In us as men and women of God, kings and queens of the world, that's what we have to understand. A lot of us have to get rid of that quick fix, that microwave life. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell everyone out there who's listening, listen, women, men, kings, queens, children of God, be patient for a reason. Your patience will take you to your next level. Yes, it's going to hurt. It's not no need for us to tell you it's not going to be painful because it's long suffering. But that doesn't mean that you won't endure. So before we get off here, man, for a shout out to our awesome guest, man, Tony D, for real, man, we appreciate you, brother. Man, it was awesome, man. Look, man, you always welcome right here on Beyond the Radio. I appreciate you, man. You always blessing Beyond the Fence to the fullest. Man, you really have taken care of Shay Samuels, man. So shout out to you for that, man. So tell everyone, man, where can we find you? Where can we find you? We know on all platforms, but give us the info.
Well, real quick, I had a point I wanted to make, but I didn't want to interrupt you because you were sharing some good word. But what I wanted to say was we got to make sure that we're prepared when we are in the midst of a season change. Right now, here in this area, it's chilly all of a sudden. It was hot last week, and now it's chilly. So we got to be prepared to endure the season change, whether that be your music, you know, because music changes, which, you know, quickly, whether it be your ministry or whether it be how God is directing your life. So we got to be prepared and willing to adapt when God changes our season abruptly. I want to once again thank everybody who helps me do what I do, Timberland Atkins and everybody else. I appreciate you and all your support. You can follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, I'm Tony D, or Dallas Frazier. On Twitter, I'm Tony D 947, and Instagram, Tony D NAP. Or you can check out the New Artist Profile Facebook website, thenewartistprofile.com, and listen to our station, me and Timberland Station, cstageradio.org. 24 hours, 7 days a week, great gospel music being played.
Man, appreciate that, bro. And shout out to the Elation family, man. And I do like that word what he said because it is 4 seasons. So understand this, man. When it comes to these seasons, we got to change with it. And that's just the reality. You change with the seasons. I'm not going to wear no fur coat in the summertime. I'm just not going to do it.
Please don't.
You know what I'm saying? So
please don't.
When the season change, you have to use your wisdom and adapt to it. But if you don't keep going, one thing about a season, if you don't keep going through that season, you will perish. So you got to adapt. You got to keep striving. You got to keep moving. So, Truto, you have any last words, my brother, before we get up out of here? Because, you know, I'm so ready for next week already.
Yes, I got a last word. Tony D, go on and please play that boy song so he don't be looking for you. No doubt, man. We have time.
I'm going to make sure I get it in.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, love you guys too, man. I appreciate the opportunity to be on here with you guys, man. Thank you so much. You could have asked many other people, but thought it was cool to have me on, so I appreciate y'all.
All right, man. Take care, my brother. Man, much love. All right. Where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music at? Where the music at? Y'all better tune in. Your boy David Benton.
Ready production.
Some people, they be like, yo, I just have a wish for my birthday. Or you know, they would say I had 3 wishes. I wish for so much more for you. I wish for so much more. What I wish for is that we live more. In the inner city, living ain't so piss poor. Realize we hypnotized by the discord. We blow money fast. What you think we rent for? Yeah, did it big. My kids wish I could've did more. Wish women would be women and men would be men. Or there was no child abuse or domestic violence. In the streets really moved in the act of silence. Wish the Catholic priest wasn't pedifying. In the government officials would tell the truth instead of lying. I'm born a lion. My daddy name is David Lyons. Wish we could do more laughing instead of crying. Wish we wasn't afraid of giants. Wish we could all be inspired by David and Goliath. Wish society wouldn't pacify us. Make us ride, turn back around and buy it, intensify it.
I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I keep my hands raised high when there ain't nothing left. Try to stay focused on the Lord above. With all the things going on in this world, that's where my help comes from. I wish that the world wasn't corrupt. I wish that we're united, spread love. I wish I know that Jesus is enough. Got my mind on my mission, G.O.D. That's what's up.
Yeah, I wish we all get our credit straight. Wish that single mother didn't have to wait for Section 8. I wish we all would investigate why the world is crooked and we can't set it straight. Yeah. God is not the author of confusion, so ask yourself, why there's so much confusion? With some husbands wasn't so abusive, wifey putting makeup on to cover up all the bruises. All we do is make excuses about the chains, the pains, and all the nooses. I wish religion wasn't so polluted. This is all facts you can't dispute it, barely have a right to do it. So much can't be proven. I wish we really choosing to teach our students, pursuing disillusion, turning us all to ruin. I wish our court system really would start improving.
Through the valley of the shadow of death, I keep my hands raised high when there ain't nothing left. Try to stay focused on the Lord above. With all the things going on in this world, that's where my help comes from. I wish that the world wasn't corrupt. I wish that we're united, spread love. I know that Jesus is enough. Got my mind on my mission, G.O.D. That's what's up.